1 Kings 19. Elijah had seen the fire of God fall from heaven. On Mount Carmel, he had stood boldly against the prophets of Baal, and in one moment of divine power, he watched the false gods fall silent and the people of Israel cry out, "The Lord, He is God. The Lord, He is God." But victory did not bring peace. Queen Jezebel's threats pierced Elijah's heart. "By this time tomorrow," she swore, "you will be as dead as they are." And the prophet fled. Into the wilderness he went, weary and broken. Beneath a broom tree he collapsed and whispered the words of despair. "It is enough. O Lord, take my life, for I am no better than my fathers." Exhausted, Elijah fell asleep, but God did not answer with rebuke. Instead, an angel touched him, saying, "Arise and eat." There beside him was bread baked on hot stones and a jar of water. He ate, rested, and the angel returned again. "Arise and eat, for the journey is too much for you." Strengthened by that meal, Elijah walked 40 days and nights until he reached Mount Horeb, the very mountain where Moses once met God. In the cave, the Lord spoke, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" And Elijah poured out his heart. "I have been very zealous for you, Lord, but the people have forsaken your covenant, torn down your altars, killed your prophets. I am the only one left, and now they seek my life too." God responded, "Go out and stand on the mountain before me." And then it happened. First came a mighty wind, tearing through the mountains, shattering rocks. But the Lord was not in the wind. Then came an earthquake, the ground trembling beneath Elijah's feet. But the Lord was not in the earthquake. Then came fire, fierce, blazing, consuming. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a sound, so faint, so gentle, a whisper. Elijah wrapped his cloak over his face. For in that still small voice the prophet met his God, not in power, not in thunder, but in quiet presence. And again came the question, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" This time the answer was the same, but the weight had shifted. Elijah was no longer alone. God reminded him, "There are 7,000 in Israel who have not bowed to Baal. Arise, for I still have work for you." The whisper of God teaches us a truth deeper than fire and earthquake. God is not always found in the dramatic or the powerful. Sometimes he speaks in silence, in stillness, in the quiet place where hearts listen. Elijah expected God in the storm, but found him in the whisper. And so it is with us. When fear shouts, when despair shakes us, when the fire of life consumes us, God is still speaking. Not always with thunder, but often with a whisper that says, "You are not alone, I am with you." Please share and subscribe. Click on the link in my bio or copy it to your browser to download the script.